Welcome to the Mount Clemens City Commission meeting of Monday, November 2nd, 2020. It's 7 p.m. We'll call the meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Campbell.
Here.
Fournier is not good enough. Commissioner Goodenough? Commissioner Hammond?
Here.
Mayor Crop?
Here.
Commissioner Menser? Menser? Voorhees?
Here.
Did we have Commissioner Menser?
Seems like we're having audio trouble from Commissioner Menser and Commissioner Goodenough. I see them both, but I don't hear them.
Right.
Commissioner Goodenough, can you try again?
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you say here?
Here.
And
I didn't even hear Lisa.
Commissioner Menser, can you try again for us? Maybe hit mute and then unmute again.
Looks like her audio's not connected.
I'm here.
There
Okay,
she is.
thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Could I have a motion to excuse Commissioner Fournier from tonight's meeting?
I'll move that we excuse Commissioner Fournier from this meeting.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Voorhees, supported by Commissioner Menser. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Campbell?
Yes.
Goodenough?
Yes.
Hammond?
Yes.
Crop?
Yes.
Menser?
Yes.
Voorhees?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Are there any announcements, acknowledgements, communications, and reports?
No, ma'am.
Anyone else? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to agenda item 5, adoption of the agenda. I'll entertain a motion for the agenda.
Mayor Crop, I move that we adopt the agenda as printed.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Voorhees, supported by Commissioner Hammond. Is there any discussion?
Yes, I have a question about what's on the consent agenda and why it's not on the regular agenda.
Okay,
I'm looking at the downtown maintenance program. We haven't been presented with a plan for that maintenance program. I thought that plan should come to the commission and the commission should approve that plan before it goes to public hearing.
City Manager Johnson, would you like to address this?
This has been presented to you in exactly the same way it was presented last year and apparently previous years. The information about the maintenance program has been presented at the time of the public hearing, not at the time of calling the public hearing.
This is only issuing the date for the public hearing, Commissioner Menser. It's not the actual public hearing.
I got that, but we should, I believe that should have come to commission the plan itself in order to approve a public hearing.
Would you like to remove it from the agenda? I mean, remove it from the consent agenda and place it somewhere else? Is that what you're asking?
Well, we'd have to table it because we have nothing, no background, no data, no plan in order to vote on it. So we would have to table it until the next meeting.
Commissioner Mentor, this is presented in the same way as it has always been. So,
Tabling it would cause no overall delay because we already moved it back. So we weren't calling it for 2 weeks from today. We were calling it for 4. And that was because of a problem with actually getting it into C&G. So if you wanted to table it, it would cause no problems whatsoever for staff.
so I would need a motion for that, Commissioner Mentor.
I would like to make a motion that we table the consent agenda item 10A till the next meeting.
Do I have a support?
Support.
I'm sorry, was that Commissioner Goodenough?
Yes, support.
Okay. So we have a motion on the floor to remove agenda item 10A to table it to the next meeting. That was moved by Commissioner Mentor, supported by Commissioner Goodenough. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Hammond,
Yes.
Crop,
No.
Menser,
Yes,
Voorhees,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Goodenough.
Yes.
Okay. We will, now we have a motion to, I would need a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
I'll move that we adopt the agenda as amended.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Voorhees, supported by Commissioner Hammond. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
yes,
Voorhees,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Goodenough,
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Okay, this is the portion of the meeting for public participation. All that we ask is that you simply give us your first name to get in line for the participation. When it's your turn, we will ask you for your full name and your address. Could I have everyone's first name who would like to speak during public participation? Would anyone like to speak during public participation? Hearing none, we will move on to general business, approval of minutes. Do we have any administrative responses?
We do not. There was no public comment at the prior meeting.
Okay. Moving on to agenda item number 8, approval of minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the city commission work session and regular city commission meeting for October 19th, 2020.
Do I have a support?
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Hammond, supported by Commissioner Goodenough. Are there any questions or discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Menser,
yes,
Voorhees,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Goodenough, Commissioner Goodenough,
Yes.
Hammond,
Yes.
Crop.
Yes. General business, A will go to approval of purchases and payments of invoice.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Campbell, supported by Commissioner Hammond. Any questions? Okay. Roll call, please.
Voorhees,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Goodenough,
Yes.
Hammond,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Agenda item 10, consent agenda.
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Do I have-
Vote.
Moved by Commissioner Campbell, do I have supported by Commissioner Hammond. Any question? Well, sorry, roll call, please.
Campbell,
Yes.
Goodenough,
Yes.
Hammond,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Agenda item 11, city managers report. Mr. Johnson.
Okay, this will be short. COVID, the pandemic has actually hit city staff. We went a long time before we had our first case, which was about 3 weeks ago. And we presently have 2 employees who have tested positive and are in isolation right now. We have another employee who was in close contact with one of the positive employees currently in self-isolation. You've also got a city manager who's been hit with something that is not COVID because they've been tested twice, but was hit very hard and was basically out of the office almost all of last week. And far from 100% when I was in on Friday and today. Hybrid meetings. Patrick obtained a new cable, which appears to have solved the technical problem we experienced on October 19th. However, we don't think it would be a good idea to proceed with hybrid meetings at this time. In the past 3 weeks, we've had 3 employees test positive for COVID-19. All 3 appear to have contracted the virus elsewhere. Until October 11th, no city staff had tested positive. The virus seems to be a much bigger threat now than it has ever been before, and we don't think we should be moving towards in-person meetings at this time. I would like to get some take on where the commission would like to be with that, because technically it is feasible to do it. I just don't think it's a good idea. And then I've got the upcoming agendas.
Very good, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Johnson?
I would concur that we stay with the Zoom meetings for the time being.
I agree too.
Same
I
here.
also agree.
Very good. Sounds like we have
Consensus.
consensus.
Thank you.
Okay, we now can move on to our second session of public participation. This is another section of the meeting where the public can participate. We ask that you give us your first name in order to get in line for participation. Is there anyone who would like to participate today? Hearing none, we'll move on to commissioner comments. Commissioner Voorhees.
Today is the eve of the biggest election probably that will ever be held on a nationwide basis. I would like to commend Lisa and Kathy for doing a superb job with the city clerk's department. They have always done an excellent job. I have no qualms that every vote will be counted, and I can assure every voter that did vote, their vote will be counted. With that, once a Clemite, always a Clemite.
Thank you. Commissioner Goodenough.
I have nothing this evening. Just be blessed and be well and be safe to you and your families and everyone else on the committee.
Thank you. Commissioner Menser.
Well, I've got several things. I'm going to take up all Commissioner Goodenough's time. First, I want to give a shout out to Lisa and Kathy. This is going to be one heck of an election when you consider all the votes that are going to take place tomorrow too. Best of luck to you and to all of the poll workers and precinct workers that you have hired and trained. I'd like to point out that on August 18, 1920, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution passed, giving women the right to vote. Here we are, 100 years later this year, we are witnessing an historic turnout of voters for this presidential election. Women's voices matter. And 55 years ago, August 6, 1965, the Voting Rights Act was signed into law by President Johnson. This civil rights legislation knocked down all of the remaining barriers preventing African Americans from voting. Black voices matter. If you haven't voted early, make sure you vote tomorrow. Honor the struggles, the long, arduous fights, the demonstrations, the protests, the arrests, brave warriors like Susan B. Anthony, Lucy Barton, Alice Paul, John Lewis, and Martin Luther King fought. It's also next week, it's Veterans Week. In honor of Veterans Day, 100 care packages are available to veterans and National Guard members and reserve members from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, November 14th, in the parking lot of the Verkulen Building on 21885 Dunham. These packages were put together by the County Veterans Services along with Michigan Veterans Affairs and working together with the Warriors Veterans Navigator Program. Please register for this Operation Veteran Care Package with County Veterans Services at 586-469-5315. I'd like to remind everybody that yesterday was the 47th anniversary of Mount Clemens police officer Robert Andrews' death while on duty preventing a burglary at Sharp's Time Shop at 82 Macomb Street. Mr. Ahrens is honored in the memorial in front of the county building. And I would like to give a shout out also to Captain Shipman from our fire department, who got an Assistance to Firefighters grant, matching grant for the straight rail vehicle exhaust system for the fire department. That is most certainly needed as we're rolling into winter and they have those trucks idling and all that diesel exhaust is gathering in that building. So here you go, Captain Shipman, another grant that you have brought to us. Thank you very much. I'm good now.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Menser. Commissioner Campbell.
Yes, I'd just like to concur with what everybody said regarding the election in Mount Clemens with our excellent staff. And let's hope that it's a safe and quiet election. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Hammond.
I would like to also thank Lisa and Kathleen and everyone in the clerk's office, and to make sure everyone get out and vote tomorrow.
Excellent. I would like to add that our Mount Clemens Tinsel Tour, third annual Tinsel Tour, will be happening starting December 4th through January 1st. So the City of Mount Clemens is seeking local families, service clubs, schools, scout troops, businesses who are interested in decorating a Christmas tree for the city's third annual Tinsel Tour. The decorated trees will light up City Hall and the riverfront from December 4th through January 1st for all to see. Groups may decorate the trees in any theme they choose, and creativity is definitely encouraged. Memory trees to honor those who have passed are also an excellent theme option. The cost to sponsor a tree is $75, which includes the cost of the tree, the signage, 3 strands of lights, city fees, and proper disposal of the trees. Registration forms and a complete list of rules and guidelines are available in the city manager's office at 586-469-6818 extension 315 on the city's Facebook page, or you can email Nikki Ratuznik at cityofmountclemens.com. So that's it's NRATUSZNIK at cityofmountclemens.com. Or you can call City Hall extension 315 and we can get you all the info. I would like to thank Roger Silvestro from Silvestro Builders, for the great job on the Cherry Street Mall. It really looks great over there, and I want to again thank him for all of the work that he did, and he went above and beyond for that job, and I just really wanted to make sure that we acknowledge his work. I had the honor yesterday of attending a service at Greater Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church, and I look forward next year to celebrating their 100th anniversary for their church next year, but also wanted to congratulate Reverend Tyrone Martin for his 19-year anniversary at Greater Morning Star. If you have been in City Hall the past few days, it has been extremely busy with people. The clerk staff was open on Saturday and they just did a fantastic job. It was packed, and so was today. There was an endless stream of people. So I wanted to thank them and all their work. They're going to be very tired at the end of this week. They've really been working very, very hard to make sure that every vote is counted and that we have a seamless election. And I thank them for all of their work. If, you know, we know that tomorrow is a very important election day, and as always, it is our right and duty as citizens of Mount Clemens and as citizens of the United States of America to make sure that we are practicing, we are participating in our democracy. So please make sure that you're getting out there to vote. That's all I have for the evening. I wish everyone a good night. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Go ahead.
Moved by Commissioner Campbell. I think that was a second by Commissioner Voorhees.
Yes, second.
Okay. A roll call, please. Roll call, please.
Her audio is not showing me, but want to do it yourself, Mayor?
Okay. Commissioner Goodenough,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammond,
Yes.
Commissioner Menzer,
Yes.
Commissioner Voorhees,
Yes.
Commissioner Campbell,
Yes.
Mayor Crop, yes. Well, meeting adjourned at 7:23 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.